Defense made a motion for a mistrial. Prosecutor was up to some fuckery. Potentially damaging evidence, no basis for it. The judge specifically said, do not ask that question. Do not use that as evidence. She walked right down the path and asked the question. It may be over on Tuesday morning. Batman Bruce Wayne bitch snitch. Gerald Brooks, your constitution does not apply to me because I'm a sovereign citizen, a traveler on the land. I'm from the Moorish Empire or whatever, bitch snitch. Because they're so fucking absurd. If you want to be a sovereign citizen, just do yourself a favor first. Go to YouTube here and bitch get every sovereign citizen that's ever been before. Find me one that won. God dang, you're right. Don't go down this. It's not the path. Don't have time for stupidity. Some clever dick on the internet didn't find the great loophole in all of the world's law. Bitch snitch. God dang, you're right. God dang, you're right. Traveler on the land. God dang, you're right. Moorish Empire. Traveler on the land. Bitch snitch. Moorish Empire. God dang, you're right. Traveler on the land. Bitch snitch. The late evening U.S. people. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, however good it feels, however many times you're going to do it. I don't care. I'm just glad you're doing it here with me, Legal Vices. Right out of the gate, we got 400 people, and the numbers are continuing. We're going to talk here for just a couple of minutes, give people some more time to come on in. So if you're watching this on a replay, you might want to skip ahead 5 minutes or so. Okay, I talk 10 minutes. Skip ahead about 10 minutes maybe to get to the meat and bones of what we're doing. We got some bad lighting going on. It was great lighting for me. It doesn't look greatest on screen because it is now 11:30 a.m. here in Korea where I am. And so the sun is starting to pound through the window and it's kind of lighting up, but I can't shut the curtains because my lovely little English bulldogs they're catching some rays. They're doing a little sun tanning out on the veranda. And I can't disturb them. I can't shut the curtains and make them come inside to the dark house. The light is so bright you actually can't see Yoda. That's funny. We'll give you a sneak peek. We unlocked the pig dog cam at $100 for the super chats. That's just sort of my thanks to you for your support. We just flip on the pig dog cam. We'll give you a sneak peek though. Here's the sneak peek. Like I said, you can't see them because the sun is so bright. That's we'll have to zoom in on them. Yeah, this is Yoda, a white dog in the sunlight laying on a white floor, a white tile floor. But we got Strawberry there. We can zoom in on Strawberry. There we go. Straubs knows what's up. There you go, Straubs. It's like, yeah. What's real? There we go. We'll level you out. This is how I feel this morning. That expression pretty much sums up my feelings this morning. It's we're having fun. All right, guys. That's the dogs. They're having fun. We'll launch that at the appropriate time. Right. So I was trying to do this whole thing in chronological order, so it would make some sense. I love, again, I say this every time that we do one of these, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You Hales fans are some of the nicest people I've ever had to deal with online. You guys are kind and caring, and you're not like the rabid communities that if someone who's just trying to get involved in something, they make misstatements or whatever, and people just crush them. You're stupid. You don't know a damn thing. You're helping me learn about this insane case. And I appreciate all of the helpful comments and everything that you guys do. It really helped me gain a footing on this, because this is one of these cases, as all of you know, maybe some of you don't that are just joining this. The thing about this case is the more you get involved, the crazier and more insane that it seems. And it's like you think this should be making sense, but it's not making sense, and then you realize it can't make sense. That's the problem with this case. You literally can't make sense out of it. But speaking of sense, we have dollars and cents here. 10 gauge cheesehead with a $5 super chat to kick us off in the super chat category. Hales lawsuit is a bad idea. Push what? Oh, Hales lawsuit. Oh yeah, well, there's a federal lawsuit filed. I do want to get to that. I will, and occasionally in our journey, jump to current events. That's probably the next thing we're going to do is look at the federal lawsuit. His lawsuit is a bad idea. Push methed up turtle hag far enough, and she'll go full tweaker and burn his house down just to get out of a no-win situation. That's a very graphic way of putting that. But hey, you got to do what you got to do to protect yourself and get something out of this. He spent over $100,000 in legal fees, and federal lawsuits ain't cheap. He's sinking another ton of money into this thing to get some sort of resolution to this. And I don't blame him. I really, really don't. Like I said, it's just an all around bad situation. Rosalind Duke, thank you for the $5. Sent you 3 commercials I made for LIEnette on X. Oh, cool. I can't look at them right now, but we'll do that. And I'll look at them separately. We might be able to use them because we like funny, witty things. As I don't know if you could tell, because as we know, LIEnette or LIEnette, as some of you call her, what she's a preacher. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to bring that up again. She's a preacher. She's a good old God-fearing, Bible-thumping Southern preacher. She's got to get her preaching on, which is why I think that she yells a lot in court, and she's certainly going to do some yelling in the deposition because she gets infused with the Spirit of the Lord, and she just can't help but be a little bit shouty, be a little bit energetic in her. But anyway, but she's also a stripper. She's also a stripper. So she's a stripping preacher or a stripper preacher, however you want to call it. I hope to God she's not still stripping. Literally hope to God she's not stripping at 61 and being in the condition she's. But at least at one point in her life, she was a stripper. So that's why we made the thumbnail. Here's our little thumbnail that we did today. The deposition of Tortoise Queen, the stripper preacher. I just thought this was really fitting. I like this. I'm actually proud of this thumbnail. It's the Tortoise Queen, the stripper preacher. Yeah, so that's I'm really proud of that. Hey Gauze, what's up? Steve Gosney in chat. Apparently, I didn't see the Gauze comment, but I see people saying hey Gauze. So hi Steve, if you're there. Oh, there we are. Hey Steve. I see you up there. All righty then. That's our dear God, those legs. You should see the ones I can't use as a thumbnail. You should see the ones I can't use. Do you want to see the AI images that I can't use as a thumbnail? All right. These are the ones I definitely couldn't use as a thumbnail. That one, we can't use that one as a thumbnail. That AI, no, that doesn't get used. That one did. That one doesn't. That one certainly doesn't get used. And we can't use that one either. So yeah, those are the ones that were rejected as being unusable as thumbnails. Right. Well, oh God, sorry for my eyes, the trauma. Oh God, gross. Oh, holy F, says Rocco Rockwell. There we go. There. Now you're all traumatized. No, Jeff, not this early. Oh my Lord. Yeah. That's the stripper preacher. That's what we did. I'm having so much fun with these thumbnails. Just wait. There's more to come. Duncan Ido with the $2. Rolling for that Ken fella to get a membership. Come on, Ken fella, get a membership. Duncan Ido is gifted 5 Legal Vices memberships. Ken, did you get a membership? That Ken fella? Duncan Ido, if you got one of the 5 gifted memberships from Duncan Ido, please give him a super special thanks if you haven't already done so. And Susan, our newest member, Jeremy is fighting for everyone's constitutional rights. Pray, love and prayers for them. You said it perfectly well. Bella Stella in the house, also grifting 5 legal gifting. I'm grifting, she's gifting. Bella Stella gifted 5 Legal Vices memberships. If you got one of the 5 gifted Legal Vices memberships, give Bella Stella a super special thanks. Kara Savage, my eyes, it burns. The goggles do nothing. My eyes, it burns. The goggles do nothing. All right. Thank you so much, peeps. Right. I just have to send one quick message here. All right. I said to fast forward 10 minutes to the people at the beginning. We are at the 10-minute mark. We need to start. We need to start doing this because there's a lot of ground to cover with this deposition. Yeah. All right, people. You guys are fun. Before I don't have a poll up. I'll a poll. Oh, we need to do a poll. Let's start a quick poll here. Like, subscribe, and vote. Your favorite poll. /poll. The like and subscribe poll. Do we like that? The LIEnette stripper poll. The gate pole holding the futon gate up. And the some other pole. What other pole is there? Somebody give me a POLL or a POLE to put as the fourth. We need one more pole. The turtle pole. I don't know what a turtle pole. Oh, the turtle pool. Okay, we can do that. The turtle pool, the tortoise pond. So, all right, we have to. All right, there. All right. Here's our poll. Our poll is up and running. Start the poll. What is your favorite poll, or pool? Your favorite poll, or pool is the like and subscribe poll, the LIEnette stripper poll, the gate pole holding the futon is the gate, because they apparently the gate to their place is like a used futon. That's anyway, and the tortoise pool. Those are your favorite poll, or pool. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and take our poll. We got 782 of you here, 280. Oh, now you got 300 likes. Still 500 of you haven't hit the like button. 500 of you, get down there and smash that like button right now. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Let's keep moving north. You've got me up over 69,000. Let's hit 70,000. We can hit 70,000 by the end of the week. Just need another 1,000 of you to hit that subscribe button. Do it now. And let's get on with this. I've talked enough. I've built this up enough, and you've all seen it. I've seen the first 5 minutes or so of this, so we're gonna jump straight into the. I guess we'll call it a deposition. It didn't seem like much of a deposition, but I guess that's what they're calling it. But before we do, we have to introduce our very, very special guest who has just made it by a bee's dick. Otherwise, he was going to be shut out completely. It's Aussie Overlord.
Sorry. I was having an argument with the wife over whether or not I should have additional sandwiches because I had my first taste of American cheese today and I liked it.
The answer to should I have extra sandwiches is always yes.
Exactly. So.
Why is that an argument? The answer to should you have extra sandwiches is always yes. Mm-hmm. That's why they make extra sandwiches, so you can have them. Guys, you may or may not know Aussie Overlord. Aussie Overlord is a dear IRL friend of mine here. We met through the tubes, and but we've also met in real life. He's a great guy. He's a lawyer down in that Australia. I almost said Austria. Dang it, down in Australia.
It's a good thing I'm not an artist, people, because he'd mistake me for someone entirely different.
Yeah. We Aussie and I had a bit of a night over on Aussie's channel yesterday. That's why we're kind of, I look like this normally, but we're having coffee this morning. But Aussie Overlord is a fantastic lawyer who has made the misguided decision of dipping his toes into this Hales mess now.
Yes, that was. Well, I mean, I had a few people reach out to me saying that I needed to have a look at it because it was batshit crazy, and from what I've seen so far, yeah, I agree with. No, we're not doing more jokes, Ports and Thunder. I'm tapped out. Okay, yeah. I found my book, but I'm tapped out.
Yeah, so I said, look, come here and join me for this. This is a good place to start, I guess. People told me to take this deposition out of chronological order and just watch it now. And I thought we'd bring Aussie on over here to watch it with me, so to give him a little bit more, so you can get to know him. And make sure you get over there to Aussie Overlord and check him out. Subscribe to his channel and show him the same love that you've showed me and Megan and MG Law and Tug and Larry DUI guy. He's wading into the pool here. He's wading into the tortoise pond.
See, as someone that's previously owned turtles, I'm a little bit concerned. I really am. And I missed it. Did you actually show the additional thumbnails that you posted, or was it just
Yes,
you?
I did. We showed the ones we couldn't use in the thumbnails, yeah. So we've
I may or may not occasionally get input into those people, and even I had to go, yeah, no.
Yeah, he was my conscience. He was the one that talked me out of using the ones that burned all of your eyes. All right, so we're gonna get into this. Make sure you get on over there to Aussie Overlord. Check him out. He does a show. We'll grift him as we go through, because great guy, dipping his toes in. Show him the love, show him the warmth, show him the kindness and tenderness of subscribing to him and liking every video he's ever done. How was that? Was that good?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I really do actually need to hire you as a PR person. I'm just going to move the fan slightly, hopefully, because it is ridiculously hot here if you can't see the sweat on my brow. I've got the AC on. I've got the fan on. Hopefully, it's not getting picked up by the audio, but I'm just going to move it just in case.
I can't hear it.
Oh, okay. That's the main thing.
Of course, I've got snoring bulldogs, so I can't hear anything. All right. Here is the stripping preacher, the stripper preacher, tortoise rescuer, who, despite what everyone else thinks, I think she actually looks like a tortoise. She has like the long neck, the little round, like tortoise shaped head with like no lips and the
See,
big eyes.
I didn't think about it at the time, but the giant tortoise from the Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, or see, for the old people in America, for the olds like myself in America, always like in the back of TV Guide or magazines, they would have this draw Timmy the Turtle character.
Okay.
Where you would draw Timmy the Turtle and you would send the picture in, and they would do this like, do you have artistic talent thing? And they would just basically critique you and then try to sell you their art school study things by mail. But yeah, she looks just like the draw Timmy the Turtle. just saying.
I can kind of see Franklin the Turtle, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, they do say that either you start looking like your pets or they start looking like you. You can't really change how a turtle looks, so.
They do say that, don't they? All right. Let's go. Welcome to Crazy Town. Everybody. Oh, before we welcome to Crazy Town, do need to clear up these things here. I forgot to clear these off here. Duncan Idaho with the $5. She looks like Dana Carvey trying to look like a tortoise.
Uh-oh.
You are not wrong, Duncan Idaho. You are definitely not wrong. My eyes, it burns. Yeah, that was from the showing the things, the goggles. They do nothing. All right,
My eyes.
Which is odd because this is actually Cora. Were you watching our stream last night over on Aussie Overload? Because that quote actually came up because I had scorpion Tabasco sauce on my finger and I rubbed my eye, and
I couldn't help but rub the salt in the wound and played the actual clip where, the Simpson characters, my eyes, the goggles, they do nothing. The whole time he's like, yeah.
Oh, it hurt.
That was funny.
Let's go to Turtle Town.
Let's do it.
My mother died.
What proof do you have that your mother died?
My mother did not die.
We're about to take a deep dive into a pathological
And we're off to the
line
races. They're
criminal
turtle races,
mastermind.
but we're off to the races.
I don't lie.
Hey,
That's
don't knock total
the
races.
thing.
They can be
I don't
fun.
lie.
Now I have visions of a turtle on a pole. There
Down
you go.
here in Florida, we're in court with
All right.
LIEnette, and she lives true to her name. In her deposition, she lied over and over and over and over again.
And you shouldn't do
And we're
that.
going to show you some excerpts from that deposition. Now, that day was over 7 hours long. Understand that's with breaks, with lunch, and we had nowhere gotten done with all of the details.
She's
for
been
the
married
deposition.
7 times.
Just some excerpts that the judge already knows about today.
She must really be
You're
a
going
master
to
of
see her
disguise if she can
incriminate
fool
herself
$7.
so bad. You're going to feel sorry.
And I'm going to pull this video. If you didn't see the show that Megan and Tug did yesterday, it was pretty epic. They had two of her
and
children
take
and
notice
semi-children
that there's a child in all of
on
this.
their
You are,
stream talking
number one,
about the
not
abuse that
allowed
they
to
suffered
have
at her
anybody
hands
in the same
Ooh.
areas.
and how they're
Number
concerned
two,
about the
no communication
the 4-year-old
with
child
cell
that
phones
is
or anything
living with
else.
the
You're gonna
61-year-old
hear
woman in a
child,
trash
you're
dump.
gonna hear a child, and you're going to
With an
see
outhouse.
tablets that she's texting on.
I will let you know. I have to let you know that I have to be done by 1:30.
No, ma'am, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's
don't
not
I
how they
have
work.
to be at the sheriff's department
Ma'am,
to be interviewed by the investigators at 2 p.m.
it's not going to end, ma'am. We're not ending the deposition. You have a court proceeding, and we're not ending the deposition today. At that time.
Well, Mr. Hales is the one who wanted them to investigate
Ma'am,
me.
we're not
so I'm
doing it.
being
It's not
investigated.
happening, ma'am. I'm just telling you it's not.
Okay. When John gets here, sir, I'm going to ask for a break because I need to call the
Pat a
sheriff's
turtle.
department and let
Ma'am.
them know that you're not going to let us off to show up at their department because this was a real investigation.
Ma'am, we're not, this deposition is going to go forward day to day.
we'll,
Like the
we'll-
notice says,
we'll
until
do it
we're
as long as it takes, or so they
We're
thought.
not going to take any breaks without phone calls. This is not the time. We'll take breaks.
If I don't show up at the sheriff's department, I'll get arrested.
It was
she's
That's
yelling.
really a
She's-
you problem.
Yeah, she's shouty, which I think goes back to the preacher roots. You know, she's got to be shouty.
this very day after this deposition that LIEnette posted on her page, standing in her trash. And it says this very clearly. I want to make this statement and make it very clear. I did tell you it was clearly. Neither John Crook nor myself are in jail or have any fear of going to jail. Hold a second.
Mhm.
I seem to be seeing a lot of fear because the truth is they are both under investigation. And
I don't think she
both
has
looking
fear
at arrest.
I don't think she's afraid. I don't.
I think you have to
that's
have a certain
concept.
level of intelligence to be afraid.
Right. Exactly. I don't think she. I think she's just like she's one of those people that gets their ass kicked and goes, "Hey, I won." But weirdly, she's not getting her ass kicked.
Well,
The judge, no, the judge is definitely not kicking her ass the way it should be kicked.
no.
Legally,
And someone
not
in chat
physically.
asked who had not seen this. I did watch this the other day. Jeff, this is new. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm here for Jeff's reaction and to give commentary. So
I've watched.
my second set of sandwiches is here, so I'll be back in a second.
Oh, awesome! I want a first set of sandwiches.
Thank you.
So I've seen 2 more minutes of this.
A bit hot in here, isn't it?
So Duncan, Idaho, is there like an audio filter you can use for her voice? Something that makes it less horribly offensive to human ears? No, perhaps it's soothing to tortoises. I'm not sure. Could be like, tortoise. She's the Tortoise Whisperer. She speaks for the tortoises. I'm the law, Rax. I speak for the law. She's the Tortoise Whisperer. Vince Clortho with the $2. She has teeth, at least 2. Needs toothpaste. Yeah, she's got at least 2 teeth. That's pretty good for her. Island, for the everyday goggle fund. Be safe, living life. I'll try my best. All right, let's get back to it here.
And they are both looking at all the consequences that come with everything they've done to us.
Please don't say her
You're
name.
trying to get
Let's do
me.
it this way.
Imagine you pay for a lap dance. Imagine you go to the strip club and this is what you're met with.
See, 40 years ago, maybe.
Well, as someone said, gummers are the best.
Oh.
Arrested in Ohio.
I'm not trying to get you arrested. I mean, you raised
Oh,
this.
yes, you are. And so is he.
I do want to warn you, you're going to hear some language, you're going to hear some anger and aggression, and it's all going to be from LIEnette. And some of you may be thinking, how could anybody side with this individual? Remember the bomb threat scare in hearing number 3, and then the court staff member that made the nasty face at me? Yeah, her. That's her.
See, this is why I wanted to do this in chronological order, because we have hearing number 3, which is the next one we do, and then the deposition happened, because apparently there was a bomb threat in hearing number 3. So I wanted to see the bomb threat, but we'll get to that next. We'll do that in the next
And
one.
then the court staff member that made the nasty face at me. Yeah, her. That's her right there. We have identified her. As a matter of fact, during lunch, she went up to my first lawyer and said, how could you represent that bleepity bleep? Little uncalled for, I'd say, because she's a victim's advocate in the court setting. And if she's fallen for this hook, line, and sinker victim's mentality of LIEnette, she's got a lot coming, because this woman is going to 100%. There is no doubt in my mind that this woman is going to jail. This victim's advocate doesn't even know the history of this woman. We have psychiatric reports on her. You name it, we've got her on it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is stuff like that gets entered into the record. And your psyche vals and things like that, they become part of the public, part of the court records, which are all public, and they get released, and people can see what you've done and what you've been up to. And Brian Watkins, LIEnette has so few teeth, she used a garden hose as a water pick to clean between both of them. I added the both of them, both. I remember water picks. Wow. Voodoo Berries, all the way from also Australia. Current day, her performance song would be "Drop Him Out."
Thank you for inadvertently reminding me to turn that off.
Oh, damn it. Voodoo Berries. You ruined it. Okay. All right. Let's go.
And so let's see what my lawyer has to say about her breaking the civil protection orders, even here in Florida.
Hold on 1 second. This cupboard is a no.
You know what?
See, and this is there's the Fish and Wildlife video where we get a tour of the turtle concentration camp. Which is also, unfortunately, where her 4-year-old daughter, and she's claiming her daughter has a life-threatening metabolic condition, whatever that means. So her child can't come into court because she might get sick. She can't go to the doctor because she'll get sick from the hospital. But yet she lets her kid run barefoot and play in the road. And in this the turtle torture camp video, She's putting her 4-year-old daughter barefoot in the middle of this trash heap they live in. It's a literal trash heap with an outhouse with a bucket in it. And as she calls it, we have a beautiful outdoor shower. It's like it's a thing, like it's a Beverly Hills mansion. But yeah, she's putting her daughter down in this, telling her daughter to be careful of broken glass and nails. Yeah, she's yelling at her daughter constantly. So her screaming at her child here is absolutely nothing new. Is it PC to use turtle and tortoise interchange? See, I'm from the desert. We have tortoises. I distinguish between turtai and tortai. A turtle is not a tortoise, and a tortoise is not a turtle. They're different.
And let's face it, if you're expecting an Australian to be politically correct, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah. Susan, Tug, and Megan reported with the stepchildren today. Boom. Right. That's good. Yeah. The step girls were awesome. That was such an awesome conversation. It was very, very delicate. It was handled very well by all parties, by the two girls, by Megan, by Tug. Seriously, if any of you haven't seen that, go back to Tug's channel and watch that. It was very, very eye-opening. Thank you so much, Susan, for your continued support. She just, no matter where we pause this video, she looks insane. Don't disrespect how the turtles or tortoises self-identify. They're probably all too far gone.
Mr. Hales was referring to
how rude.
10 feet.
Welcome to Legal Vices, my channel.
order that he's got against us in Ohio that he got fraudulently. Yes.
Oh,
Well, he didn't really get it fraudulently if the judge looks at all the evidence and issues it, but yeah, never Dick crazy. Well, a bunch of people have. She's got like a passel of children. She's got a plethora of them out there, and 7 people at least have married her. So God knows, I don't even want to think.
Into the order. So let's look at it.
I don't need to look at it. John can't jump a fence and run on a leg with wrapping up to his crotch.
Huh? Why does Septic Boy? Oh, is it because of the sepsis that he has the bandage wrapped up to his crotch? Yeah, her former husband, who is just now a live-in paramour, apparently got sepsis. That's why they named him Septic Boy. I just thought it was funnier to have a septic tank as part of his superhero costume.
See, I'm still catching up on all this. I'm still back on the first hearing. We're going to do the second hearing probably sometime today. After watching today's video, because I hear that's a cracker. But I'm still learning all of this. So the characters, the players, it's all in good fun.
Oh, he had knee surgery. Okay, he had knee surgery, but he got sepsis at some point, and so they started calling him like Septic Boy, which I thought would be like a great, just kind of wishy-washy meh superhero. His superpower is like fixing septic tanks or something.
Like one of the lesser known to X-Men or something.
Yeah, like the ones that they can afford for Deadpool. So I made Septic Boy here. I just thought be like a septic tank would be kind of cool for the head. Or this is the one that I liked better. I'm Septic Boy. So yeah, that's me being rude again, people. Which, of course, according to an email I got 2 days ago, I am one of the most annoying people on YouTube. So I wear that with pride. Let's get back with let's leave Septic Boy out for a minute and get back with the tortoise queen.
You're not on your property. You and Mr. Cook cannot come within 500 feet of Mr. Hales. Or
we did it.
Jesus. Damn. Oh, Jennifer W says, I love you, Vices. The Septic Avenger. Nice. That one's good. It's Captain Underpants meets sepsis. Oh, my son used to read Captain Underpants.
And that this order
I want to watch her
says,
scream at me again.
Mr. Hales, you and Mr.
Now
Quinn,
look,
you're not
she
on
lives,
your property.
She lives in squalor in a shed. She has a bucket for an outhouse and a beautiful outdoor shower. She describes it, but yet she can afford one of the pink Stanleys. She's got one of the pink. She could sell this on eBay and buy a house with the proceeds. These things are more valuable than luxury watches. Or was that 5 minutes ago? Maybe nobody wants them anymore. But yeah, but back when this was done in January, she could have flipped that thing for like a good double wide trailer.
You and Mr. Cook cannot come within 500 feet of Mr. Hales. Or
We did it.
Do you understand?
Oh, it's
that
an
this
igloo?
order
Okay, that's an
says,
igloo. All right, sorry.
Even if he approaches you, even with his permission,
Did you want John to jump a front fence
ma'am,
with
there's
a bat with his leg wrapped up one day out of surgery? What should he have done?
Ma'am, please lower your voice.
Climbed over the fence, went around it, opened the gate, moved the futon he uses the gate.
Any number of things to avoid being in a place where you're not supposed to.
And to avoid screaming at me. I didn't do anything wrong. God, why do I feel like she's yelling at me personally? Like her anger goes to my soul.
Oh, dude,
Hales are in
buckle
the
up.
house.
Quite literally.
Hey, what the Hales? Welcome. Lord, I feel bad for that straw. Oh. Yeah, well, I feel bad for the guy that this was the last thing that he saw after he paid the $20 or whatever it was in the strip club. Oh man.
And you know he asked for a refund too.
It looks like one of the guys from District 9.
Yes, I can see that.
It's one of the District 9 people. All right, let's keep
What
going.
should he have?
By the way, welcome, Hales. I'm so glad you're here. This is our 4th or 5th day doing this. It went from Larry to Megan to Tug to me, and that's how I got involved with this. And bless you, sir. You have the patience of Job. We'll get you through this. We'll get you through this. And again, like I tell people, this is fun and games for us. This is fun. This is witty. This is humor. This gives us content. But for people like the Hales, this is a fucking reality.
Yeah, this is their life. It's the same thing that I said after the end of the Anderson trial. We laugh, we make commentary, we do all that sort of thing. At the end of the day, we may move on. They have to live this, people, and that's why it's so insane.
And like easily, a few videos ago was what $80,000. I'm sure that the legal bills have topped well over 100,000 at this point. A federal lawsuit, which ain't cheap, has been filed. This is reality for the Hales. So it's fun and games for us and it's jokes, but it's also jokes, but it's reality for the Hales group as well. So I don't know how I could deal with this on a daily basis. I was at the end of my rope at the end of the second hearing that we went over yesterday. So it's
done.
I'm going to ask you.
You are not a nice person.
That motherfucker's not real. That's what I want. LIEnette, I will give you $1,000 if you will point at me and say, "Legal Voices, that motherfucker ain't real." I will give you $1,000.
Oh my god, if she's on Cameo, I'm gonna lose my shit.
You talking about me?
Oh yes.
Oh
Ma'am,
yeah.
Please lower your
Oh,
voice.
yes.
And there's no need to use profanity.
No.
No,
And are you a minister?
Yes, I am.
stripping for the Lord at the worshiping at the Church of the Holy Pole and the tassels. And what was it? It was the tassels and something. Somebody had something really funny there. It was like the
Tassels and Testaments.
The tassels and testaments. Yeah, it was the tassels and testaments. Oh, Lord.
I find this irrelevant to the case. And
All this screaming, all this yelling, rage, hostility with a child right there. Now, let's back up a little bit. What does he expect John to do? Well, The law expects John not to be
too,
in the road.
Susan.
Now, whether you want to talk about a bandage wrapped all the way up to his whatever it is, or a walker, he had to get from the back of the property on.
She looks like a walker, like the Walking Dead walker. She's kind of zombie. She's got that zombie look, but zombies don't scream at me. They just sort of go, "Ugh."
The walker with the bandage up
They don't
into
yell.
the road. Which is
Twerking
the
for
exact
Jesus.
same type
No.
of ground that would
Dirk
have been
Diggler.
on his actual property.
Go
So he was
penalty box.
okay
You get
to
5
get
minutes for
all the way from
instigating.
the back of the property up to the road, but then he had to be on the road. No, the following day he was putting up this trash fence on the actual property. Did he ever need to be in the road? You know the answer as well as I do. He should have never legally ever been in the road.
I don't understand the injunction at all anymore. No, I don't.
Protection order entered.
Well, perhaps you should have counsel. Well, she had counsel at this point, so she should have a very good understanding of what it is.
in the
You're
state of
being
Ohio.
ridiculous.
Case number,
I'm
ma'am,
pleading
there's no question pending.
I'm
making-
pleading the fifth on everything. From now on, I'm pleading the fifth.
Professor, just okay. That's not what pleading the fifth is. Not in civil cases, anyway. In criminal cases, if you plead the fifth, you're exercising your right against self-incrimination, and the jury is not allowed to make any reference whatsoever by the fact that you're exercising your constitutional right not to say something. But in civil proceedings, if you exercise your constitutional right against self-incrimination, first of all, you can't do it. What she's doing is like, I just don't want to answer the question, so I'm pleading the fifth. It's not like, okay, because you're going to ask me questions I don't want to answer. No, that's not how how pleading the Fifth Amendment works. But even if you do in a civil proceeding, you rely on your Fifth Amendment rights, it can be used to make a negative inference in civil proceedings. So by not talking in civil proceedings, it can sort of be used to infer that you're not talking because you want to hide something. You can infer negatively from the fact that they're not telling you what's going on. But just saying I'm pleading the fifth because I just don't like the question, that ain't how it works.
No.
You're telling me that every question I ask you, you're going to plead the fifth?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to do
Then why are
legally
you
or
saying
not.
that? Then why are you saying that?
Because you're trying to hem me up and it can be used against me in the
It's his
court.
fucking
Therefore,
job.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Most of us would understand.
I'm going to skip through you here a bit, Jeremy.
Guilty because she didn't thrust her into the arena of guilt.
So you are aware that there's a civil stalking protection order entered against you in the state of Florida, the state of Ohio, correct?
Mhm.
Fraudulently, yes.
All right. And a court has made a finding after a hearing that
Fraudulently, yes.
See, as bad as the judge is, as wild as Judge Grudge is, even he at the second hearing when she was saying it was all illegal, this thing in Ohio was illegal, he's like, well, did you tell the judge that you didn't agree with it? Yes. Oh, so the judge didn't agree with you. Did you submit evidence in? Yes. So the judge looked at the evidence and issued the order. Even the judge was lucid for a minute.
So, and that was what was really annoying, because sitting through that first hearing, I'm like, because I'd heard all of these horrible things and I'd seen the footage and whatnot of him later on, and I'm like, you know, during this hearing, he's not so bad. Like, yeah, I can understand why people would be saying, yeah. He's acting as a lawyer or whatever. You know, as for a certain to a certain level, the judge has to when they're dealing with pro se litigants. We have it here. It's one of the pains in the asses, but it's something that has to happen. She's just batshit crazy. And then when I watch this depo, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, see, you fell into the same trap I fell into. I'd seen some of the crazier stuff, and I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm thinking, are the Hales, are they exaggerating this? Are are we being clickbaited? Are we being trolled by this? Because watching the first hearing, well, the judge seems basically reasonable as he can be, dealing with someone who has no clue what's going on and is trying to represent themselves. And like, I'm thinking, okay, he's being reasonable until he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You get to about the last 15 or 20 minutes of the first the first hearing, you begin to see the cracks in the judge's armor. So what I think happened is this really nice, mild-mannered judge just had to deal with her so long that she drove him off the cliff, just drove him off the deep end. He went nuts, he went mad, he went crazy, and stayed there the entire time. Because well, for the second hearing, are you going to do the second hearing?
Yeah, I'm going to do the second hearing. I'll probably look at the thing from today because that seems like it's important, and then I'll dive into the second hearing. Yeah.
Because the TLDR of the second hearing is the judge takes about an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and a half to say you get a continuance.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hearing two is just it's the judge's monologue. It's the soliloquy from Hamlet, like for an hour and a half. It's judge likes to hear himself talk a lot. So buckle up for that. It's known from hearing too. But by the way, while we're sitting here, Aussie Overlord over here, make sure you get on over to his channel, Aussie Overlord, and subscribe to him. He is taking the delicate approach of finally stepping his toes into the crazy water, into the dirty, scummy tortoise pond. His toes are going into the tortoise pond right now. So
see, I'm used to dealing with like the dirty, scummy animals. Let's face it, it's not my first time wading into water where there's crocodiles, but well, this is interesting.
Crocodiles, they hide and lurk under the water and you can't see them. You'll be able to see the tortoises in the pond because they're scummy and have trees growing off their shells. So you'll be able to see them. They're the ones that look like ents in the water, but they're actually tortoises with trees and grass growing on their back. So there's 1,562 people here now, 614 likes.
Shit.
Like 1,000 of you haven't hit the like button. What are you doing? Get out there and smash that like button for me. Let's get us to 1,000 likes. That would be super awesome. My record, I think, is like 1,100 likes on a stream, and that was 2 years ago. Let's see if we can get up there. Come on, hit that like button, people. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to Aussie Overlord and subscribe to me. This is what we do. We do trials. We do legal analysis. We look at interesting cases. We talk culture. We do retro trials. We do the O.J. Simpson trial on Thursday. We have a lot of fun here. Aussie does love, losers, news, and laughter or something. What is
Law,
it?
News, and laughter daily, generally at
said.
6 p.m. Eastern. Daylight savings is going to move to 7 apparently, because with time zones here in Australia, the time zones just love screwing me over. So, but basically what I do is I take a what the fuck approach to legal news and cases and that sort of thing, and bring you the crazy sort of legal stuff that you may not hear about in the mainstream media. Because
like this case.
Yeah, exactly. Like this case, like the guy that got hit in the face with a flying dildo and had to sue a bride.
I bet that happened to her once or twice too.
So yeah, we try and have some fun, and basically I bring a little bit of legal know-how as well as basically just being entertaining. So
yeah, so subscribe to me. I would deeply appreciate it. It costs you nothing. It's free. And also get over to Aussie Overlord and ease him into the scummy tortoise pond.
Oh yeah, don't forget the plush toy lawsuit. I completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah. And then take the like and subscribe poll here. And if you are subscribed, please just double check to make sure you still are, because YouTube is asshole and the unsubscribed people unilaterally take our poll. Your favorite poll /poll/pool is 35% of you say you like the subscribe poll that I do. 26% of you so far have said the LIEnette stripper poll is your favorite poll. And another 25% of you have said the gate pole holding up the futon is your favorite poll. And 15% of you say the tortoise pool is your favorite pool. So there we are. Let's get back into this nonsense. All right, everybody, pull down the volume and get ready to be shouted at again. And we're up to 776 likes already. That's awesome. Keep it coming. Let's get a couple hundred more. That'd be super fun.
Okay, hold on.
God, it was quiet there for a second. I thought, oh my God, did I mute it? I had to check the volume because she wasn't shouting at me.
That you should be restrained from committing acts of abuse or threats of abuse against Jeremy Hales and against his paramour,
That was a personal request that he uses the word paramour because she keeps using it in every court document. I don't think it means what she thinks it means. And you should also know that she's had no contact orders in regards to her grandkids issued as well. This is not the first time she's had issues.
Again,
this woman is
go watch
incredibly
Tug's video
unstable.
yesterday.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to read you some of the psychiatrist notes about her with her children.
That will get overturned.
Speaking of overturned, just like a tortoise, I forgot to read the super chats. That's why we paused that here. I work in child support, says Duncan Idaho. Thank you so much for the $10. The number of people who scream at me that a court order is fraudulent is like not something I can possibly address here. Sorry, lady. And until then, it's a court order. Pretty much that's it. It's unappealable. And the judge says, well, did you try to appeal it? The judge says I can't. Well, did you file a motion for an appeal? Stingy.
The woman said I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah. Stingy member for 16 months. You two are alive. Evening, and thank you for this morning. Made my day. Just FYI. Yeah, Ozzy and I had fun over on his channel yesterday. If you want to think good things about me, don't watch that.
Yeah.
10
the after
gauge
party
cheese
gets a
head.
little bit wild, people. It's generally where we just let our hair down after a week because both Vices and I work full time as lawyers, and sometimes we just have to de-stress. So we generally do that on a Friday night our time, Friday morning the other time for those of you in the US. And you know, there may be Legends football, there may be ice football, there may be midget throwing and wrestling, there may be any number of things.
Little people.
Sorry, little people wrestling. Little people tossing.
10 gauge cheese head. Speaking of tossers, let's get back to this video. 10 gauge cheese head. $100,000 in cost to sue a woman that craps in a pail. That's the reality of the civil justice system. You're not wrong about that.
He done it under perjury. I plead the fifth. I will not give out any names. I will not.
Done it
I
under
find
perjury.
this
What?
odd, and I don't use that term often enough in Otter Creek because she's already given us the name of Lizzie. She's already given us the name of Patty. And when you're backed into a corner and you know you're caught in all of your deep, dark lies, here's what you start to do.
Can you just answer my question?
I can't hear your question. I can't hear you. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong.
Answer my question. I can't hear your question. Well, then how do you know he was saying answer the question? Oh my God.
Do you also go by Michelle?
Yes, I do. That is my name. That is what I've gone through since birth.
You just heard me. So I'm going to ask the question.
I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check
they
your
do
mic?
nothing.
My mic is fine, ma'am. Can the court hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good Lord. The fuck was that? Wow.
That
I
was
was
her
not
trying
prepared for
desperately to go, I'm deaf. I can't hear the question. I didn't say it. So you can hear me.
I have no idea what that was. Oh my Lord. I'm sorry. I was traumatized by that. Wow. I had something to say, and just like that ear cam, I totally forgot what I was going to say, and I'm not going to go back to see if it refreshes my memory. So we'll just move on.
Okay, I cannot hear you, so I'm trying to figure out what's wrong.
You're wrong.
Man, please stop saying that. You hear me. We just proved you did. So stop saying
Sir,
that.
I can't hear you.
If that tactic doesn't work for you, always make
stop
sure
engaging.
you brush off the solution given to you by the lawyer.
Does Mr. Cook have a cell phone?
I'm not gonna ask for his cell phone. Why is this showing me?
Excuse me, ma'am. You have two
What
phones.
does this mean?
Ma'am, we're having to take a deposition here, ma'am. Now she just hung up.
Oh, she just hung up. That's great.
You want me to remain on the record?
Absolutely.
Absolutely remain on the record.
If hanging up doesn't get you out of
I just look at this.
Absolutely.
Look at this here.
Okay.
Here's a disgusted and unsurprised Jeremy Hales. Here is a really pissed off and frustrated lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
this is what you don't see when you call your lawyer or when your lawyer is talking to someone he doesn't want to be talking to. This is an angry person.
For those of you that are curious as to why I'm still able to eat my sandwiches while watching this crap, I've had to deal with far worse as an attorney, so this is nothing, honestly. You either laugh or you cry, and you learn how to eat your lunch, because otherwise you starve.
Oh, see, I want the full deposition. If we Hales, if you have the full deposition, I would love to do the full deposition, the whole 7-hour deal, the 7-hour ordeal, I guess. Oh my Lord. This poor dude, look at that.
He's
look so mad.
The sad thing is, I know the exact thought process going through his mind right there.
I do too. This is where you're just like, fuck. Yeah. When you get to this point, you just go home. You just go home. You're like, I'm done.
If hanging up doesn't get you out of your deposition, you can always go with the Hail Mary.
Oh, you can't release until after the case ends. I see MG has already asked.
Fair enough.
I do not have perception of time.
What?
I don't have perception of dates and times. I do not. And my brain does not.
You sure seem to know your ass had to be in court in a few minutes or whatever. Holy. Okay, now seriously, all right. This is an educate Jeff. We got 607 concurrent viewers here. This is a legitimate question I have. Every time I hear something from her, she lists another ailment she has. Does anybody have like a full list of the ailments that this woman is supposed to have? Everything under the sun is wrong with her.
Oh, I really hope no one's actually having to keep track of that. That's just...
And,
you know that there's some poor bastard that's a paralegal that's having to keep track of everything, and is just going to miss something at some stage.
You know, if there is a list that someone has compiled of every illness this woman has claimed to have, I would love it if you would email that to me so we can address it at some point in the future. And also, coinciding with that, she has a new name every time I hear. She's got like 27 names I've heard so far. If anybody has a complete list of her, I'm assuming LIEnette Preston is her actual real name. But if anybody has a list of her actual real name and all of her aliases, please email that to me as well too, because she's got so many names and so many ailments. I honest to God lose track. Heidi says at least 40 aliases, 39 names. So there's a lot. She's got 99 names and honest isn't one of them. Nice.
Not work that way.
That's good.
So I'm sorry that I can't answer those questions.
So you have a medical
Every one of it
condition
different
which
personalities has a
inhibits your
different medical
ability
I
to
have
act.
post-traumatic stress
This is not going to
disorder.
work. You keep on interrupting me. This is what's part of the delay here. I keep telling you, let me finish a question. You have a medical condition that interferes with your ability to recall dates correctly. Is that right?
This is so fun. Oh, God,
No, long-term stuff. I plead the fifth.
I'm sure you
can't.
understand when you do a deposition. Number one, you can be the only person in the room. Number two, you can't be communicating with somebody else. You are the person being deposed. And then number three, you can't be on electronic devices.
And more.
And I want you to pay very close attention here because she's in huge trouble for this. This next 12 minutes is huge.
Right.
And now we haven't shown all of the deposition
Oh my God,
yet,
12
and there's
more
a
minutes.
tremendous amount of it.
Yep.
And we will show it later within the week. But we are showing this because the judge is already aware of it and her lawyer is already aware of it. She literally incriminates herself and then she destroys the evidence. And this is a huge, huge issue.
See, this is also interesting. When I thought this too, like Lacey is her stripper name. It's interesting that her stepdaughters would call her by her stripper name. Lacey.
Oh, no.
If that is her stripper name, because that's what her daughters were referring to her over on Tug Channel. They would call her Lacey. So if that is your stripper name and her daughters are calling her by her stripper name, that's weird.
Does the DSM-5 count as the list?
All right. Miss Preston, here we go.
Yeah, I guess. Just send me a copy of the DSM-5.
Just highlight the
Miss
things she
Preston,
doesn't have.
make
We'll
this
be
a little
fine.
Smaller. This is. Do you recognize this as your handwriting?
She's playing on her phone.
Page 5
Yes.
or 4.
Yes,
Of the
that's
next-
my handwriting.
Are we boring you, LIEnette?
For the record, this is the next exhibit, and we can make sure we're on the right numbers here in order. It's her petition, 50 pages. She filed with the courts in Levy County.
She's a
Ma'am, this is your
Methodist
handwriting,
preacher.
correct?
Yes,
And everything in here is true and correct, right?
yes.
You want to look at it, please, before you say that? What are you doing, ma'am? Are you texting somebody?
No, yeah,
Who are you texting?
someone to have them call my lawyer and ask them if they're going to still call me or not.
Why the shit
Ma'am,
isn't
this
your
is
lawyer
just like a
there?
court proceeding. You're not
Okay.
supposed to text people during your court proceeding. By the way,
Okay,
I'd like to ask you, during our court proceedings in this case, have you texted someone during those proceedings in front of Judge DeThomasis?
No, I have not.
Liar. Well, I don't know if she texted anyone, but when you watch hearing number 2, she's probably bored because the judge does nothing but talk for well over an hour. She just sits there and plays with her phone during the entire hearing and doesn't get called out on it by the judge.
Seriously?
She's just sitting there fucking around with her phone the entire time.
Oh, I'm gonna wind up rage quitting.
Dude, you're the one that's stepping into this. You're the one that we're easing into the scummy, crusty, covered, moss covered turtle pond. So
I'm glad
eyes wide.
when you started
Someone
saying
just
crusty, I'm
asked
glad you went
me
with the turtle
if they
pond.
called me. I said no. They're contributing.
Wait, we can do a tooth count.
They're helping me
Two.
with the money. So I told her no, he had not called me yet. That's all I said.
So when you're giving testimony under oath, you're not to have any assistance and you're not supposed to communicate with anybody.
No one is assisting me in anything.
I'm going to ask you not to communicate with anyone
Mm-hmm.
in the room or outside of the room when you're giving testimony. We're asking for your testimony, not anyone else to communicate. Okay?
No one is giving me anything to communicate.
So please, I don't want to see you texting anybody, ma'am, in the future in this deposition. Please don't
Mhm.
do it. And I'm going to ask you now to put the screen up and show us your text that you sent a few minutes ago.
No,
Oh,
Why not? Why are you
because
refusing-
I'm not giving away the person who sent me the money. I'm not. She's my friend and I'm not.
You said it was something else. What was the text that you just texted?
She asked me if the lawyer had called and if I talked to him. I said, no,
Show us that screen that says that.
no, I won't. I'm not giving you her name. I won't.
You were texting in the middle of a
And why
deposition.
is
Do you
that,
honestly
man?
think he can't just get a
You say
subpoena?
Because I'm not having her be a target of
well,
Jeremy.
it's now become evidence.
Exactly. It's irrelevant what she.
That's the fun thing when you get to call someone and go, okay, that we're taking that in as evidence. Your phone is now evidence. Your pad or whatever that is you're typing on, we get to take that because it's evidence.
Jeremy Hales.
See, the annoying
Any
thing
other
is, when I
reasons?
watched this the
Not
other
the
day, I was working and still like half paying attention. This is so much worse the second time around.
I'm not having her be a target of Jeremy Hales.
Are you refusing to tell us who you were texting and show us your text that you did during this
I
deposition?
plead the fifth.
Again, you taking the fifth. Let's make sure what you're taking the fifth to.
Yeah. What are you pleading the fifth for?
I'm asking you,
What is it? What is it?
will you show us?
I am not going to show you my text that I just answered because I'm not making her a victim of Jeremy Hale.
Is it that obvious,
And
Jennifer?
I deserve to be represented just like anyone does by a lawyer. And she is my help.
Well,
Is
now
she
we
a
know who it
lawyer?
is.
No, she is helping me financially.
I'm going
And
to ask.
I'm not going to give.
She's making the way she leans in. She makes me back up. I'm just like I just realized that I was backing up away from this thing, like she's gonna come through the screen. It's like the Ring over here. Jesus, my God, this is how is this woman got to 61 years of age without stroking out? I'm starting to smell burnt toast just watching her.
Phrasing.
Sorry.
Phrasing.
You proud of yourself for that one?
Oh yeah.
You happy with that joke?
Yep.
Trish says, please check your mail, REJC, supposed knee surgery. Okay, thanks. I'll get to that ASAP.
Oh, I think she stroked out more than a few people.
Can we stop with the stroked out thing? I'm about to have a stroke. Let me rephrase that. Dang it. I hope the next sexual dream you have, this is what you see. I hope that comes to you in your next like erotic dream.
I don't want that coming anywhere near me. I would pay for her to stay away.
Phrasing.
Her name, I'm not.
Okay. On your screen, does it have the full name?
Yes, and I'm not.
God, why
Then
are you
cover
shouting?
it with your finger and show us the text that you sent just a few minutes ago.
No, I won't.
But you have to.
It's protecting her name.
No, I won't. You'll see my whole screen of all of my messages.
At least it's a breath that smells like
you can just
Vegemite.
cover. You can blow up with your finger and show us the text you sent during this.
No, I won't.
No, see, that's an insult to Vegemite.
Why not?
Because I don't have to make her a victim.
I just
And I
told you.
won't.
You already did by
I don't-
texting
you
her
don't
during
need
a
to show the name.
deposition.
Just cover
I
up.
will show it to the judge. I will not show it to you.
I'm
For
not-
you
I'm
to
asking-
give to that man, I won't.
Ma'am, let's.
I deserve the right to be represented, and she is my help.
Okay.
Just to make clear, you're refusing to show us something you have in your possession that involves this case, right?
It doesn't involve this case. She's
Doesn't?
giving me money. That's it.
Okay, that's not.
You just said she's
ma'am,
helping
Then
you with
I
the
want to
case.
see everybody that Jeremy gets his money from.
Ma'am, you're not being responsive. Let's make sure we're on the same
No.
issue.
I'm not.
Again, you're interrupting me, so I'm trying to be really helpful and calm here. I really am. I'm asking a simple question. You've texted somebody on your phone. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Who are you speaking to?
Nobody.
Okay.
Sorry,
You
I'm
just texted somebody.
look. I can't remember who it was back there that said you can see me. You can see me thinking what the F because my mouth keeps opening and closing. Like when I watch these things, I am like that Jeremy Renner meme. That's just how I feel watching everything she says. I'm just finding myself going. I got nothing, man.
In the middle of your sworn testimony, and you're refusing to show us
You
the text.
messaged me and asked
This
me,
is
did
got
he
to be-
call you yet?
Well, we have
I
I said no.
we have another tooth sighting in the back right.
I've never. I
What are we up to,
don't
4?
understand why.
Yeah.
Let
I
me
don't
see
wanna
if
have to-
there's a way that I can frickin' show you without
What's in the
giving
cup?
away any names.
Don't know.
If there's not, I'm not. If
Use your
there's not,
finger.
I'm not.
Use your finger to cover it up, ma'am.
I didn't even get finished with what I was saying. So here.
What on earth?
Just a minute. No, it still says her name. No, I
Pinch
can't.
and zoom, woman.
Cover it
Pinch
up.
and zoom.
Her name.
Cover it up. Oh, you've already told us her first name.
Well, there's a
I
novel
don't need to see her
idea.
last name. Cover up just her last name. You can use your finger, can't you?
No, I can't because it's a tablet and it's a huge screen. No.
And
it
where did you
has
get
the
that tablet?
picture. No, I won't. I'm not. So I'm not. Nope.
I
I'll
wanted
shut
to
the
stop
tablet
moving
off,
because I keep
and
focusing
I'm
on the
not
friggin'
going
baby
to show
shark
you her
picture in the
I'm
background.
not showing you nothing. I'm not having her be a victim because then she will not help me financially, and I deserve a lawyer just like he does.
Are you? That's your phone you described?
No, this is my tablet.
Your tablet? What kind of tablet is that, ma'am?
I have no clue. It's a free freaking tablet.
Did you turn it off?
I'm trying to turn it off right now.
It doesn't take that long.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell you do turn it
Hey,
off.
Legally
I've never
Live,
done
what's
that
up?
yet.
So you're refusing to show us any part of the texting you did during
I
your
can't.
deposition?
Yes, 'cause I'm
Again,
not-
this literally is an amazing day.
I don't care. I'm not going to make her a freaking victim.
Ma'am, you keep on interrupting.
Then
my
I need
questions.
to
You're
call
complaining
I
about-
need to call the lawyer.
Oh my Christ, I feel so bad for this lawyer. Oh, seriously, like my chest is like just squeezing with anxiety for this lawyer. I know how he feels. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, but on the one hand, I feel sorry for him because he's got the patience of a saint. On the other hand, he's not wrong. It is a great day for him. Like if he plays this right, it's a great day for him.
Oh my God. Just the anxiety. It's Duncan Ido says it's crazy to see a judge bend over backwards to this extent to accommodate your literal pacing and muttering outside of 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. phenotype. Oh, Love Bug. Thank you so much for the $5. She calls the child mommy. Yeah. She calls her 4-year-old mommy. So weird. Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up. Contempt. Yesterday, bench warrant. Ah, right. Go get him. Thank you, Duncan Ido, for the other one, for the other super chat. Oh my God, this lawyer. See, this is just, well, I guess Hayden said it, right? This is like a lawyer nightmare / field day.
Yeah. So as long as he plays it right, so long as he keeps on top of it, this will just be something that will make his day. I mean, right up until the judge is an asshole and throws out the deposition. But yeah.
Yeah, up until that point. But yeah, because this is so frustrating. But then again, it just kind of just becomes humorous at some point where you're just dogpiling on. I get why so many lawyers have substance abuse issues. Dealing with crazy creatures like this, I'm sure anyone would need all the drugs and booze to keep them sane. There's the stress of the job, and then there's that need to keep billing and working 20 hours a day, and then they buy meth from Methodist preachers. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's also 4 years old and still in diapers. She calls her 4-year-old in diapers mommy.
And ask him.
You don't. Who's your lawyer? Who have you retained as a lawyer?
I'm not telling you my lawyer's
hoping
name.
to God that it's Silverman. I'm
But
hoping.
you haven't retained anyone, including Mr. Silverman, right?
This thing don't even turn back on.
Good. Can you show us show us that tablet, please?
Good.
Turned off.
Oh, this is a good lawyer. I like these candid
Stop.
moments
It's
with the
just
lawyers.
started coming back up. John, go away from the window. Please.
She just yells
Ma'am,
at
show us
everybody.
that tablet turned off,
Yep.
please.
It just decided to come back up, and I'm not going to show you the name of the tablet.
You refusing, and again, I'm about to.
Here's
ask
the
you-
tablet.
It's too funny. It's really funny. I'm sorry to laugh. I don't
Here.
mean to laugh.
It's a freaking blue tablet. That's all it is. It's a free tablet.
I want a
I'm
free
going to ask you to
tablet.
preserve that tablet.
I'm done. I'm done.
Mine
No,
was
I'm
fucking
done.
expensive. I
I'm
want a
done.
free
Wait,
one.
wait,
I'm not
hang
gonna
on. You
finish
talked
this.
over something
I'm
important
gonna
there.
quit this
Well, I do
thing.
that a lot. All right.
The lawyer actually pulled
Please.
the card there that's important. He specifically told her to preserve the tablet.
All right.
Please.
Ma'am, show us that tablet turned off, please.
It just decided to come back up, and I'm not.
For the
gonna
love
show
of
you
Carol
the name of the
fucking Baskin.
You refusing, and again, I'm about to.
Here's
ask
the
you-
tablet.
It's too funny. It's really funny. I'm sorry to laugh. I don't
Here.
mean to laugh.
It's a freaking blue tablet. That's all it is. It's a free tablet.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to preserve that tablet.
I'm done. I'm
There it
done.
is.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not
do you
going to
mean?
finish this. I'm going to quit this thing.
Quit what?
I can't take it. I need to. I think I
We're not
actually need to
gonna
go
take
talk to
it.
somebody. My anxiety is off the chain, and I can't.
Welcome to the club, LIEnette. My anxiety is off the fucking chain because of you. Oh my God. I'm so glad I had 3 cups of coffee before I watched this. I'm going to have a stroke. just about said it again.
Just don't pay her for it and you'll
Are
be
you
fine.
refusing to ask? You want to take a break?
I need to talk to attorney. I need to talk to somebody.
There's a question pending, ma'am. Let me ask this question.
I deserve an attorney like everyone else.
Yeah, and you should have organized that before the
So are you
deposition, not
asking-
during the middle of
Are you
it.
asking? Ma'am, are you asking? Please put that down. Please put that down, ma'am.
Do
Please
you
put
want
it.
me to show you the freaking tablet or not? I'm trying to figure out how to cover her picture and show you what was said.
Ma'am,
So
you
if you
said
give me a minute, I'll do that.
you just said you were done. So are
That's
you
all it
not? Are you
takes.
now
Just
undone?
that.
I want you to leave me alone, please. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't need you to show it to us
how-
right now. I don't need you to show it to us right now. Please put it down. Ma'am, I
Oh.
don't need you to show it to us.
Oh my, okay, remember that. That's on the court.
No, I don't
record.
need you. I don't need you to show it to us right now. I'm asking you, ma'am, please put it down. I can't tell you anymore. You're delaying the deposition every time you hold that up.
Okay,
Please put it down.
it's down.
Okay, and I'm asking you to preserve that tablet for the court's access. Do you understand?
The tablet is I already erased it because it's none of your business.
You erased it just now?
No, I erased part of it. My part that I was writing because I wasn't done writing it yet.
So you erased the conversation you had?
Yeah.
And again,
No, I did
knew,
not.
I knew you were going to interrupt. I knew you were going to interrupt. Let me try it one
Oh
more
my
time
God.
with the instruction now.
Call Silverman's office now, please.
Who are you speaking to, ma'am?
I'm yelling out the window. I need a break so I can call a lawyer.
There's a
I
question.
plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I'm not going to get myself criminally in trouble.
Stop
I
yelling
plead
at me.
the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Are you pleading the fifth, though?
You plead the fifth to the pending question, right?
All of it about the tablet, all of it.
Okay,
Just
we can take a
because
break.
I
Okay, we
did
can,
not
okay.
know
Okay.
that I should. You told me that
We
if
can
I
take
had
a break. I just said,
something,
okay.
go ahead.
He's like,
I-
Jesus,
I
just stop
just-
talking. We'll take a break.
You want to take a break? You just answered a pending question by taking the fifth, and you just said, what is truly amazing is you're creating your own.
I don't care. I have anxiety over the roof.
Me
And
too.
I can't take this. I cannot take this. You are doing everything you can to get me to say I'm doing things wrong that I'm not doing.
We kind of
And
are.
it's wrong.
If you remember, I told you that there's, and again, please don't interrupt me. Wait till I'm finished.
Paul,
Mommy, put that over here.
did you hear that?
Ma'am, You
Did you hear that, Hayden? She just called her 4-year-old daughter in diapers mommy. That is so messed up.
Well, I mean, when the kid is the one that's sane enough to act as a parent, it kind of makes sense.
Does her shack even have a roof to have her anxiety go up to? She's got a lovely outdoor shower, whatever that means. I think it's like a hose that she drapes over a door frame or something. Yeah, the kid's in the room listening to her shout during the 7-hour deposition. Yeah, you know that. No, I did not know that. I know the judge threw out the depo because the court stenographer was not named. I did not know why. I just knew that the judge had thrown it out. But yet he didn't throw out her petition for the protective order because she didn't sign it. The judge didn't throw that out.
No, of course not. Why would he?
Mommy isn't supposed to be there, and she hears the yelling
Mm-hmm.
while she screams at Septic Boy through the window.
And it's wrong.
if you remember, I told you that there's, and again, please don't interrupt me. Wait till I'm finished.
Mommy, put that over here.
It's so weird.
Ma'am, you said you answered the pending question.
Steph says mommy's a Mexican thing, but she looks.
Ma'am,
far
I need
from
your
Mexican.
attention. Otherwise, this is going to
No,
take much longer.
Steph, she's black.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, good to see you here, Steph. It's always lovely to see Steph. It's been a minute. Yeah, she's black. For those of you that didn't know, she's black. Because she was accused of referring to people as sand and words. And she said, I would never use that because my family is black.
And then she proceeded to list out how her family comprised of every ethnicity except black people.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, she's black. I've been called daddy more than I would like. No kids. Fingers crossed. Oh, Poodle Lady says you guys are too funny. Well, thank you. Make sure you get on over and subscribe to Aussie Overlord. He's going to set something up here, and we'll redirect over to him when we're done here, so he can dip his toes further into the scum pond.
I just realized I actually haven't watched the full first hearing yet. I've still got the second part to go.
You know what would be fun is if, like, the fish and wildlife guy, when he was there, he just saw the condition and he said,
"Into the mud, scum queen."
Just saying.
Longer.
My child just fell down.
There's no reason to shout.
I am looking at a document right here on my screen that we will share at a later date. And it's all in regards to LIEnette. This is from a clinical psychiatrist stating this is some of the worst behavior I have ever witnessed from a parent, talking about LIEnette. It was clear she's out of control. That's LIEnette.
Yeah.
LIEnette continued to display significant mood swings, going from appropriate to enraged. It's also quite clear in front of the child she doesn't.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm having mood swings during this, going from appropriate to enraged myself. So, you know, I get it. I get
not
it.
Want the child. She said to the staff, LIEnette did. LIEnette said to the staff she would lose the income that the child brought and that she planned to get more by applying for disability for that child. LIEnette is belittling and demeaning of the child in front of the staff.
Yeah.
And I can go on.
Steph.
And on and on. There are pages and pages and pages and pages. It'll literally make you sick and make you want to vomit. Can you imagine being the ignorant fool that LIEnette conned $7,000 out of?
Pimp Daddy Vice is in the
$7,000
house.
for her lawyer. Now you got to understand the deposition that you see, that's $2,000. And her lawyer has filed a motion for a deposition of me, which is going to be $2,000 out of the $7,000. Deposition of George, which is going to be another $2,000 out of the $7,000. That'll leave $3,000. Even just to read everything that LIEnette has given to the court, that lawyer will burn that up in no time flat. Not to mention, he's going to have to sit with her during her extended deposition and John's. In other words, that $7,000 is gone. The individual, the lady, yes, we know who it is. She got scammed and she got conned, and she'll never see a penny again. I don't agree with LIEnette and Crook on a lot of things, but there is one thing that we unequivocally agree upon, and it's this.
Everybody knows who the bad neighbors are. That's us.
Okay.
Why would you put that
Okay.
into a deposition?
I concur. I concur. She seems to be accurate there. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Duncan, Idaho. This is why depositions by teleconference should be disallowed. Yeah, she should. I don't like Zoom depositions and things.
No.
Because you can't immediately do things. Yeah, this is so embarrassing and maddening. Has the whole world gone crazy? It seems that way. Good Lord. So this is you said this was your second time through this.
Yeah, like I said, during the week I watched this while I was doing some work and stuff, and so I was half paying attention and I picked up on various things, but it's so much worse the second time around. Like when I can fully like have my attention laser focused on it. I'm looking forward to the case being over because I would sit down with a bucket of popcorn and watch all 7 hours of it.
Oh yeah, I totally want to watch. And you know I'm going to if I ever get my hands on the full 7 hours. We could do that for like a 24-hour stream. That would be fun.
That could be good. That could actually be really entertaining.
Well, we are winding down here. We're getting to where we need to be. Oh my gosh, Hayden, what do you grift yourself here a little bit? The people don't go anywhere, because what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes or a little bit less, and we're going to automatically redirect over to Ozzy Overlord, where we get to watch him begin his journey down this horrible path. Don't leave just yet. Stand by. Go over to Ozzy Overlord for some more What the Hales shenanigans and review from your friendly neighborhood Australian lawyer. Grift yourself.
Yeah.
Tell us who you are, where we can find you.
Fair enough. Aussie Overlord, people, your local attorney from Melbourne, Australia. My channel is Aussie Overlord, where I have a show, Law, News and Laughter, where the stories are bold and the beers are cold. As I said earlier, I basically bring you the random legal news and the stories that you may not actually hear elsewhere. But more to the point, after this, we're going to be looking at the recent video that was put out, the one that was about 5 hours ago, because apparently the judge has actually been removed. Or at least that's what the title is. Let's find out. After that, I'm going to finish the second half of the first hearing, because apparently that's where things actually start getting very squirrely with the judge. And as we said, I'm sort of dipping my toes into this. I'm already thinking I need to go and get a Panadol or a Tylenol.
You probably should. Or just some more alcohol. It is afternoon, by the way. It's acceptable.
After last night's stream, I don't think that I can swing that. But
yeah. But wait, people stop leaving. We're going to go over to Ozzy Overlord. Stop leaving. We're going over there immediately. I'm Legal Vices. Thank you so much for being here. Mods, you're great. You're doing your job. I don't know if Jeremy Hales is still here. If you are, thank you for doing what you're doing and standing up for the rights of everybody and seeing this through to the bitter, bloody end. It's difficult. I know it's costly. I know the chances of recouping all your costs are slim to none, but you're doing what you need to do. Keep on trucking. Chat, thank you for being here. The 1,400 of you that are still around, thank you guys for being here. And the others that left, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. Here's what's coming up for me Monday. We'll look at something else here. Probably, I want to do the third hearing, but I also want to do the federal lawsuit. So we might do both. It might be a lengthy stream or break it. Well, the third hearing is really long, so we'll do something Hales related on Monday. Tuesday, I want to look at the Bachelor case. We need to update on the Eckert case, where he was a bachelor on the show The Bachelor, and he got a blowjob from a woman, and 5 days later she said she was pregnant with his twins. And he's fighting that case. That's a whole thing. It's sort of on the same level as her. There's lots of ghosting, lots of lies, lots of changes. She falsifies sonograms. She falsifies, the ultrasounds, X-ray pictures, paternity tests. We're gonna go check that out on Tuesday. Wednesday, more Hales. Thursday, we're gonna be wrapping up our O.J. Simpson trial. Every Thursday we do retro trials. We've been doing O.J. forever. We're going to be watching the closing arguments on the O.J. Simpson trial. And then Friday is what I call Fuck It Friday, where we just say fuck it. We have a great, huge panel of guests lined up that show up. Ozzy will be there.
Absolutely.
Waifu Kron Jess, who goes by Moxie Dame these days. Flux, one of the mods, will be here. We've got the list. Let me see the list we've got so far. Sorry, let me quickly bring this up to let you know who's going to be on Friday, where I just grift for money. That's what Effing Friday really is. It's the one day, once a month griftathon where I try to liberate as much money from you guys in exchange for some entertainment and me doing shots every $100 it rolls in. The list so far is Danny on direct, potentially criminal Sean, that Star Wars girl Anna, Nicholas Starro, trial lawyer, comedian Lila Hart, Runkle of the Bailey, Flux, Ozzy Overlord, Lady Law 579, influencer Lauren De Laguna will be here. That's Liz, our paralegal Liz will be there as well.
Hey,
Steph the Alter Nerd she's going to try to be here, so we'll have Steph the Alter Nerd will be here. So that's the list that's so far, and it continues to grow, and people pop in and off as the evening goes. So stay tuned for that on Friday. Right now, we're going to go over to Ozzy Overlord's channel and watch him flounder in this scummy tortoise pond that is the Hales. So let's all go over there. Thank you for being here, everybody. We will see you on the flip side over with Aussie Overlord in about 20 seconds. Peace out, everybody. And just remember,
Into the mud, scum queen.